What's up guys, Anthony here, and today we're going to be talking about the iPhone XR 6 months later. So let's talk about the display first, because everyone was hating on the iPhone XR when it first was announced because it was a less than HD display. It's kind of funny now to see how all that just blew over once the phone did come out, because you really can't tell, like, it's not that big of an issue. The colors are a little brighter on the XS and the XS Max, but other than that, you get a really good display, and a big one too. It's very narrow and easy to hold, it feels great, but you do get a bigger screen. So the display has held up very well. I don't see myself getting tired of it. I look at my sister's iPhone XS Max and it doesn't look like too much of a difference, honestly. Sometimes you can see that the colors are a little more vivid, but it's not really such a big deal where I think it deserves a $250 upgrade. So that's just me. I really have enjoyed how this has aged, because it really hasn't. So yeah, there are some things that I don't like about the display that I'll get onto later in the video, but basically the display is good, bezels don't bother me. It's a really good display, especially for the price point. Another one of the biggest selling points for the iPhone XR was the battery, because even though it wasn't the biggest, paired with the low resolution display, you would get all day battery. It's really awesome because I haven't had a phone that lasts me all the way till midnight and then some. So it doesn't always last that long, especially if you're streaming, Netflix over data or something like that. But for day-to-day usage, when you're just browsing, texting, and stuff like that, it can last you a really, really long time. So the battery has held up pretty good. I think right now I'm at like 97% like battery health. Yeah, so it's at 97% right now. It still lasts me a long time. I did have the iPhone XR battery case for a little while, which was just explosion in battery life. But you don't really need it. If you're just going to use it for daily stuff, like I said, social media, texting, and stuff like that, you really can just get away with using the phone alone. It'll last you quite a while, and I think it's a really, really good selling point even to this day of the iPhone XR. So hopefully it stays that way for the 11R. I'm excited to see what they come up with that. So let's talk about the camera. The single lens setup bothers me more than I thought it would, mostly because of the 2x zoom. I would use that a lot on my iPhone 8 Plus. So when I find myself zooming in on the iPhone XR, I know that I'm losing picture quality and it kills me a little bit, but that's mainly the reason that I missed the second lens. I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially if you're coming from a phone with one lens like the iPhone 6s or the iPhone 7. But if you have used the second lens, you find yourself wanting a little bit more. The camera isn't bad by any means. It does a lot for it just being a single lens. So you do get portrait mode, you get 4K, you get slow-mo. It's still a really, really nice quality camera. I just, like I said, find myself wanting a little bit more. Let's get on to the things that I don't like. I didn't think this first one would bother me, but it does quite a bit. It's only when I'm really looking for it that the thickness of the iPhone XR kind of irritates me. I recently got the Galaxy S10e, and that was so thin and so light that it made me miss the thin profile, and I didn't really think it was a big deal because you get used to the weight of your phone. But once you do get a taste of that thinner design, it's kind of hard to resist. You really want it to look beautiful, but at the same time, you don't want it to be bulky. And the iPhone XR is just bulky all around, with the thickness, with the bezels, and it just doesn't look as great as the iPhone XS even. So I'm just having a little resentment right now with the iPhone XR's design, but I do like it. It's just, I wish it was a little bit thinner. The other thing that bugs me, and it has to do with the display, is 3D touch. So a lot of people said that they wouldn't really miss 3D touch, but a lot of people said they would. I was kind of in between. I was like, nah, I don't really need it. Yeah, I kind of want it. I need 3D touch because I hate using the little like magnifying thingy to go through like my spelling errors. It sucks because it's not as accurate when before you could just force touch on the display and kind of drag it around like a mouse. A lot of YouTubers said that they miss that as well, and that's honestly one of the biggest things that I hate about not having 3D touch, and one of the things that I hate about the iPhone XR. A lot of things I just don't like. They kind of bug me here and there, but I hate that the iPhone XR does not have 3D touch, and it's one of the biggest reasons why I think I would switch to a premium model. It sounds kind of funny. I wouldn't switch for the display, but I would switch for the 3D touch. Haptic touch isn't well optimized for the iPhone XR because it's not present everywhere that 3D touch used to be. For example, you can't peek and pop into messages anymore, emails, nothing like that. The only place it's really present is on the home screen, and then I think you can use it on the notification center, yeah, to clear out all the notifications. So that's going to be it for my iPhone XR review. Overall, I think it's a really solid phone, but Apple leaves you just wanting a little bit more with everything that they did with this. And I think that was kind of the point. But some of the sacrifices were enough to make me want more. So maybe next year I won't go with the XR, only time will tell. We'll see what features are announced on the new phones, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.